Another day arrives at the evening inside the simple and neat room of Azure. There stands Azure and Eri beside each other in front of the mirror, which contains their glorious reflections gazing back at them. Eri, with her slender fingers, holds the brush before she slightly creases that on her snowy cheeks, while Azure's hands reach out to hold the lip tint in front before she tenderly applies that on her already rosy lips. The two of feminines eyed their beautiful outwears in which they are looking amusing for any eyes, their silken and dusky bangs falling over their lashes that are veiling their beautiful eyes. We are getting late, Ari. Let's go now, Azure said, looking at Ari, who gave her a nod before she spoke. You are right. Moreover, they are also waiting for us outside. Azure and Ari's smile slowly changed into more warm ones. Even just a remembrance of the stout meals waiting for them outdoor bring the curve-ups on the soft features of the allures. The two of them hold the presents for birthday celebration in their palms, which are half covered with the paws of their sleeves. The tranquil evening is blowing the sky outside, casting its unreal shades on the ground before the modern designed house. Their positions, a indigo blue vehicle gleaming under the hazy sky. The noise of deep breaths and stillness remains while the imposing men are existing in the vision with patience, waiting for the beauties. Their expressions calm as usual and stable as most of times. V is leaning with the luxury supercar, wearing his ornate jacket above the decent shirt with relaxed face, and on a distance from him there stands Hyuga, who is burying his rugged hands under the pocket of his jeans with plain visage. Their dark and musky orbs fixed on the doorway with their spirits claiming the desperations to get the sight of those pretty beings once again as they never left the sight not for a single while. The moments of their impatience ended when the door slowly unlocked, revealing the charming cores of Azure and Eri as they stepped outside from the house with mellow moves which captivates the strong ones. The pure souls moved their steps to walk ahead while they are not being able to gaze back continuously in those deep eyes who are piercing them. We straightens from the car, standing imposingly beside Suga, who removes his black shades. The fair cheeks of appealing female slowly turns rosy on the probing stares. In a few moments, the two of them rested their tiny steps before the brownies, who grew one step nearer only to grow the heartbeats of sensitives. Stoics never likes the distance in them, therefore they sees that between them, just few steps apart. Lashes of delicates slowly folded up as they daringly eyed the males who found themselves dazed by Azure and Eri. V and Suga gestured to the allures to settle in the car, who mildly smiles, getting rewarded by the regal heads once again. The rough hands reached out to open the gates of blue car for the females, who passed small notes to them quietly. Azure and Eri take their seats behind when the stalwarts settled on front before the lavish car engine started, and afterwards they drove away from the vision. Time skipped at the celebration. Four of them walked inside the vast hall when a girl named Lisa approached them with a smile on her as she hugged Eri and Azure, who smiled at her too. Lisa, meet them. They are our fiancés, V and Suga, she said with bright smile on her face, which made Azure nod at her words as well, while Lisa looked at stalwarts who are standing tall beside both lures. We told you earlier about their arrival. Lisa nodded at her statement before she spoke further, looking at Mills. It's nice to meet you both. Sugar and Vi gave no small nod to her while she again turned her gaze at girls. Come have your respective seats there. Four of them walked towards the well-arranged sitting area where they take seats with placidness, the gleaming eyes of both delegates roam here and there, admiring the whole area. While Lee and Suga are observing the blissful reactions of their small ones while leaning against the leather couches, resting their arms on armrests with grim expressions. When after moments Lisa gestured them from a little far from them, standing with their friends, which make Lures smile before they look at elders who are already gazing at them. Before youngers speak to us with them, we and Sugar note to them which make their smiles grow wider and pleasing as they stood up from couch, taking slow steps towards their other fellows. Time went like that. Both elders are sitting on couch sipping their drinks. Their expressions are serious, however, their calmness remains short-lived as they glance over at the bar counter, making their eyes darken. Where two boys, oblivious to the danger lurking nearby, sit at the counter, their eyes fixed on the male's loved youngers who are unaware of the attention, blend in their own talks with friends. But Solver's placid demeanor has vanished, replaced by a growing fury. Their eyes flash with anger, their jaws clench at their fists tightening around the glasses in their holds. We set his drink down on table, his movements deliberate and controlled, while Sugar tightened his knuckle, turning them white. Their faces now mirror each other's rage, their orbs never leave boy's sight at the counter. And soon both rise from the couch as they march towards the counter, their eyes intently sealed on the boys. They reach out and grab them by the collars with firm and commanding grips as the boys cough off guard by sudden outburst. Both stumble as they are yanked from the bar stools against the floor. Sugar and Vee's faces are inches apart from theirs, receiving hot breaths of brownies who growl with deepest voices. Your regret will be eternal and your pain will be unending. You will now face the fallout. You have unleashed a wrath upon yourself and it will not be contained. I'll make sure about that. The boys flutter for the fall, but the male's grip only tightens. They are forced to stand straight as sturdy ones tower over them. Their anger and protectiveness is palpable, and sensing the violence, both Lewis turn around. Their serene faces, concerned and confused at the sight, seeing Sugar and Vi confront the boys. The entire hall falls silent except them. The delegates who had been chatting just moments before now stand frozen and worried. Seeing their elders stand tall and unyielding, their faces fierce and rageful, flashing warning, daring anyone to make even a single move, and without further delay, male throw hardcore punches on their faces. Their hard knuckles contact with boys' jaws, making their heads snap back, groaning in pain. The silence erupts into chaos, Relevant's faces still exuding anger, their chests heavy with aggression. Boys' days try to defend themselves, but they are no match for the robust male's strength and power, who are glaring at both boys, crumpled to the ground, clutching their faces, looking at males stand over them, still fisting, ready to smack once again. And soon again punch on their faces, but this time more fiercely, making their nose and lip redden out so as dainty beings who were worried about boys' behavior now look at me and Suga with concern and fear. Their brows are frowned. Both startled by the intensity of their men's outbursts, they have never seen them like that before, and it's unsettling for them. Vi and Suga's frames are still boiling, holding onto the collars of boys, pinning the fronters to the floor with twisted faces with aggressiveness who are struggling to escape from the tight grips of chairs with heavy breaths. The scene is intense with tension in the surrounding.